was wrong up in my but I wasn't wrong up in my but I was.
Hey ladies, it's Sincerely Nikki back with another post. I just kind of wanted to get a little bit more personal on this video clip as to why exactly I would like to, or why have I chosen IVF. I know I kind of got a little somewhat detailed on the very first video that I recorded about everything, but this is really, truly, and deeply the reason why. I'll go a little bit more into detail in this video. But yeah, just doing that. Wanted to kind of give you guys an update as to what's going on with me and my status with the whole IVF process right now. So I guess I'll start with my update. Okay. The update is I am about a week in, let me think. Today's Friday. So yeah, I'm about a week out. I'm about a week out from my IVF stem medication, from starting that. Let's see. We're pretty much waiting for my period at this point. And it looks like technically I don't start until like Tuesday or Wednesday if we were looking at day 28. But the past 2 or 3 months, I've been starting about 3 or 4 days earlier. So with that being said, the 3 or 4 days earlier will be this coming Friday. So I'm just so excited, so excited, so excited. I've lost about 10 pounds because, I was on the keto. And I haven't just been like deeply going into ketosis and doing all the crazy stuff. I'm more so doing the Atkins. I'm 38 years old. So, I'm old school when it comes to doing some of these diets. I love like the new things with the whole ketosis, but I'm like home of the Atkins South Beach diet chick. You know what I mean? Like all that MCT oil and stuff had me sick when I was really trying to do ketosis about 4 or 5 months ago. And ever since then, it was like, dude, I can't do all this high fat. You know what I'm saying? It's not good. First of all, I got my gallbladder removed, but that's a whole nother story. So anyway, I've been doing the ketogenic diet. But again, I would more so say it's Atkins because I'm not doing the whole MCT oil, add the extra butter, all the high fat stuff because of my health condition. So I'm more so eating high protein, as much protein as I can, and very few carbs. But I have cheated a few times because I probably would have lost more. It's been about 2 weeks since my last recording when I first started my video. When I first started my diet. But this is all for not only just losing weight. I'll go crazy on my diets after I have my baby, and probably 3, 4, 6 months, a year after I have the baby, because I plan to breastfeed. So, you know what I mean? But for now, I just kind of wanted to get on the health kick as far as getting good quality eggs, which is getting on a keto diet, not the Dr. Kilt CNY keto diet with the bacon butter, eggs, and ice cream or something like that, but not that, but definitely close to it. So anyway, yeah, I've lost 10 pounds, went and kind of hung out with a friend of mine this past weekend, and we like drunk tons of wine, and we kind of caught up on some things, so my best friend. And so I think that kind of caused me to go out of ketosis for sure. But who cares? Like, I lost 10 pounds. Like, that's, I'm just trying to get smaller. I gained about 10 pounds each, not last month, 10 to 12 pounds in November, just off of the starting my stem medications. Man, that stuff is, and being on the other additional meds that they have you on and stuff like that, it throws your hormones off. And just an FYI, I'll probably do a video on that. But anyway, so yeah, that's where I am. I start next week. Excited. I'm about to pull all my meds out, my syringes, have everything all lined up. I know a lot of people buy like these little closets, like closet hanger, where they hang all the medications up and get everything kind of like lined out. Yeah, that's just the most for me. So I'm not gonna do that, but I'm definitely going to get everything lined out. I'm a more so. I don't have right now. I just have it all in my hallway closet in my house and in the refrigerator, the medications, some of them. But I'm gonna put everything in like a little like plastic box or something, and then container, and then everything else, of course, in the fridge, and just kind of line everything up, you know. So I'm excited about doing that because I'm ready to get this going. Like, I'm ready to have my baby girl. Okay, but besides from that, yeah, so that's where I am with starting the cycle. I'm 1 week out. Now, on a more personal note, my main reason for, okay, so let me revert a little bit back. I started off, again, 4 boys, 2 older teenagers, and then I have 2 smaller, 6 and 3. And I was done. Like, you know, I told you guys that on my first video, I was done. And then I decided to last minute, well, not last minute, but okay. So then the last 2 were cesarean. So initially my husband was we were going to take him, he was going to get fixed. So I didn't have to because I was planning on doing a VBAC delivery after my 4th kid. For my 4th kid. My 3rd kid was like an emergency C-section situation. So the 4th one, it was kind of up in the air. It was like, okay, what am I going to do? You know, I have the option to do VBAC because I love vaginal deliveries. Like, oh, go for that if you can. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I decided last minute, because I heard some things about epidurals are inducing with Pitocin and stuff like that, could cause autism. I don't know. It just freaked me out, number one. And then there were a few other things and reasons why, of course, like the reason why to not do a VBAC is because you have a certain % chance of wherever you cut yourself, well, wherever the doctor cuts you, your uterus for the first delivery in the C-section cesarean, you know, you could risk bleeding out or whatever, right? So I was just like, okay, I don't want to chance it. You know, I'll just deal with, you know, having the cesarean. So then during the cesarean, I was like, well, since I'm planning a cesarean, I'm just going to go ahead and get my tubes tied. My husband doesn't have to worry about, you know, getting fixed or whatever. So I was like, I'm just be done. So that was the plan. That's what we did. Went in, had an amazing C-section, got my tubes tied, and we were out, right? And I was like, I'm done. It just wasn't in my cards to have a girl, right? So then I get out, I lose weight, you know, from after the baby and stuff like that. And then I'm like, okay. I mean, like, I gotta find y'all for real. Like, I've gained some weight. I'm about 160 now, 161. But I was in my like 140s. Like, it was, I was that chick, okay? But no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I really did. I lost some weight, and I just really, I lost my baby fat, you know. And then I was just like, yeah, let me just get a tummy tuck. I'm done, you know. I mean, it just wasn't in my cards. I'll have a granddaughter one of these days, you know, hopefully in another 10, 15 years. No, I'm just kidding. But I have a granddaughter, and, you know, I'll just be done, right? So got my tummy tuck. I got a tummy tuck. And the doctor in Houston did an amazing job on the tummy tuck. Okay, it's cool. I'm not going to say amazing, because he could have done some more lipo around the waist area. But other than that, I would say he did pretty good, right? So I did that. And what else was done? Everybody in my family know how much I wanted a daughter, like deeply. They knew the reason I even had 4 boys was because my attempts towards having girls, right? So, but you know, again, was done. Then my mother fell ill, and she's been having some real hard times, and I have too, behind it, because she and I are so deeply close. Like, everybody knows how close I am with my mom, and how much she helps me with my boys, you know, because I told you I'm an accountant. So, you know, my mom is like and my stepdad is my village, you know, with my kids, you know, besides my husband and I. And it's just us. We got, you know what I mean? Like, it's literally just us 4, you know, as my village. And I mean, I was blessed. I'm blessed to have that. So she went ill, and I mean, it was hard. That's when the weight gain came on. I gained about 10 pounds just over time, you know, just worrying about her, the whole nine, and taking care of her, looking out, whatever. Then that's what made me decide, you know what? Like, it's it's that mother daughter bond that I have with my mother that made me say and realize I'll never have nobody the way my mother has me, the way I have her, you know, from a mother daughter perspective. Don't get me wrong. I have amazing sons. Like, dude, that's the reason I wear caps all the time. It's because I don't have time to really like just get all whatever. And I mean, like in this case, this is just my little wig unit or whatever, but because I cut I've cut my hair, but you know, I'll just throw on a hat in a minute, no makeup, and just go do what I got to do for my kids. You know what I mean? My boys, I live for them. They play football, they're in basketball. Like, I stay busy. My sons, my youngest two, are in baseball. I mean, I stay busy, right? Just doing the damn thing. But I just realized, like, gee whiz, like I don't have that nurturing side that comes from a woman. You know what I mean? Like, my sons they're the type that are like, Mom, who did it? Where they at? You know what I mean? They're that type. They're protectors. So like I said, they're providers. So you know, it's just a little bit different, right? And then like I said, all my life I've also, you know, dreamed of playing with the little baby girl dolls and things of that sort, and they've always been girls. So I've always dreamed of, hey, I love a house full of boys. Like, I love being the only woman. I do. And a lot of my girlfriends are like, oh, it's so cute, you know, you have all your boys and this and that, and I've always wanted all boys. But I'm that chick who's very girly, and I want just one daughter. Like, I will take 5 kids if I have to have my one girl and my 4 boys. Like, I love them to death. And that's just how it's been playing for me so far, and hopefully it falls through. But that's how it is. And so anyway, I know it seems, you know, because a lot of women, you know, they'll be quick to be like, well, you know, dude, you should be blessed. You have all these kids. I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed, and I love it. I'm fortunate, and I love being the mom of all these boys. Like, it just doesn't get any better. Like, I don't even want 2 girls at all, but I just want that one daughter. So anyway, I say all of that to say, just, you know, no one has really commented on my YouTube video itself, but friends, you know, anybody who I run into, you know, that's kind of like one of their first remarks. Girl, please, you know, you need to be happy with your boys. Or even on like some of the Facebook pages that I'm on, you know, you hear about some women on there for wanting to choose a girl egg or wanting to choose a boy because they have all girls, you know, and vice versa, whatever. And then you have these women who are like real sensitive, and I get it. Like, you have no kids, so you're like, what the heck? You know what I mean? But at the same time, we mourn just like you guys mourn for and long for a child. We long for a particular child. And I know that's a little bit more pickier, and we should be fortunate. But I have that same ache that a woman who doesn't have any kids have. And I really must say that I do. I do. Especially now, you know. At the beginning I did. It went away for a while, and then it came back after having some major issues with my mother and me realizing how life is short and how I want a daughter to kind of be here to, you know, be able to help me out when I get old and, you know, marry off. And, you know, I know a lot of boys tend to, when they marry, they go to the wife's family and they're really close with them, because my husband's that way with me. My brother is that way with his wife. So far, my son, who has a girlfriend, he's that way with his girlfriend, and it sucks. Don't get me wrong, his girlfriend loves me to death, you know, and I know this is just could be a relationship in and out, but I see that, you know. I guess it really kind of depends on the woman's family too, but because I'm a cool mom, and I think one day I'll be a cool grandmother, and one day I'll be a cool, you know, mother-in-law. But yeah, I mean, you know, they tend to go to the other side's family, you know, boys. And I want that girl to stick around and bug the heck out of me and drive me crazy and wear my makeup, you know, and all that jazz, you know, me dressed like a princess, you know, the cute little fun things that I just, you know. And my husband joked, they're like, "Oh, once we get this girl, she is going to go crazy and we will no longer exist." That's a lie. That's a lie. Okay. I just have my little cheerleader sitting next to me, my little mini me, and it is what it is. But yeah, I just kind of want to address that because again, I know that's like a question for people. I know people are like, well, are you actually going through IVF just to have a particular gender? Yes, I am. I am. And for now, I've tied my tube. So even if I wanted to have a child the regular way and risk having another kid that is a boy, I'm older. I like to test my eggs out. You know, I'm 38 years old now. So I need to make sure that, you know, that baby's a healthy child. God forbid. I mean, if it happens, it is what it is. Like, I'm there. But, you know, I'll try my best to give that child the best life that he or she can have. And why not make sure that child, or try the best way possible to reassure that, you know, we're going to have a healthy child, you know. Yeah, so anyway, just pray for me, guys. I look forward to hearing some, you know, feedback. What do you guys think? As long as it's positive, okay? So, but other than that, just, yeah. Continue to follow my story. Hopefully this time next year I'll have my little pink baby, and then I'll be doing all kinds of videos for that. So anyway, I'm just excited about it. So keep me in your prayers, and like I always say, you guys are always in mine. Thanks.